about something sweet, my favorite topic, from Chocolate Moonshine Company, the 1-pound Artisan Fudge in your choice of flavors. Today's sale price is $21.98, 5 easy payments of $4.40. This fudge is absolutely spectacular. It is small batched in copper kettles. It has the finest ingredients like Belgian chocolate, French cocoa butter, Madagascar vanilla. It is a win, and we've got 2 choices for you today. You choose. Do you want the classic, which is a ½ pound of creme brulee and a ½ pound of the fudgy brownie, or the nut lovers, which is a ½ pound of peanut butter chocolate and a ½ pound of maple walnut. It is wonderful. It is delicious. It is creamy and smooth. It is absolutely just perfect. And for me, fudge takes me back to a nostalgic place, as it does for so many people. You know, I think about like my grandma and my aunt who would make fudge every Christmas. They're no longer with us. So like, you know, seeing fudge at like a pierside shop or a candy shop, I mean, I can't help but always grab a little piece, but nothing quite hits like fudge that you grew up with. And this is wonderful. This is going to take you back in the best way. Chris Warman, the chocolatier for 20 years, is here with us in what looks like a fudge factory over there. Hey, buddy, it's nice to see you, Chris.
Steve, how you doing today?
Oh,
Welcome.
good to see
Welcome
you.
to Chocolate Moonshine. And you're correct. We are at the factory.
I'm going to need to come visit you at that factory sometime soon, because I bet it just the smell of it is perfect, right?
It is. The smell is incredible. People walk through the door, and actually, it's funny. When the women and the men walk through the door, the woman stops because the woman's sense of smell is 10 times greater than a man's, and she'll just be like frozen.
Right.
And she'll hit her husband. Do you smell what I'm smelling? And they'll be there, yeah, but the woman's getting it so much more than the man.
Oh, that is awesome. Amazing. Well, we've got lots to talk about here because we've got 4 different incredible flavors. And ironically, I've got 2 favorites in each pack out. I love the peanut butter chocolate and I love the fudgy brownie. So in my opinion, you're going to want to pick up both today because they're both absolutely spectacular. But Chris, tell us a little bit about Chocolate Moonshine before we dive into those flavors.
So Chocolate Moonshine was founded about 20 years ago. Funny story. People were walking through the neighborhood. We literally were making fudge in the basement of my home. And I'm cooking chocolate liquor, raw chocolate, 99% cocoa mass, which is the most, just the most effervescent, incredible smell. And it's a hot July day. And people knock on my door and they say, "Excuse me, sir, but every time I walk by your house, this is the most incredible smell. What's going on in here?" And I said, "Oh, I'm just the candy maker making test batches," because what I was doing was quasi-illegal. And they said, "Do all chocolate makers' homes smell like this?" I'm not really sure, but mine does.
Right.
I looked at my little girl who was in my left arm and said, "Oh my gosh, I'm running a moonshine operation in my basement." And I said, "Oh, that's it, Chocolate Moonshine." So that's how the name came about. Chocolate Moonshine, and it's just been a juggernaut. It's going great, praise God, and we love the partnership with QVC. And I work part-time as a missionary, and we use the proceeds, a portion of the proceeds, to help orphans, children, people that are having difficult times all over the world. And I literally cry multiple times a month just at the joy of having the partnership with QVC. We have 50 candy makers. And you guys are keeping a lot of our candy makers busy. And it's just beautiful. It's an absolute perfect partnership. And I'm grateful for it.
Oh, Chris, that's beautiful. I had no idea about that story. That's fantastic. Well, thank you for all that you do. And thank you for bringing us this fudge, because even before I started working here, there's a big mall here, just not too far from here in the King of Prussia Mall. There's a kiosk, a Chocolate Moonshine kiosk there. Always a massive line, and I was like, wow, I'm going to have to stand in that line sometime soon and try this fudge. And thank goodness that it's here at QVC, because I get to eat it all the time now. It was so lucky for me. But this is so wonderful, because what's so unique about this fudge to me is that oftentimes we'll get fudge at a candy store or a specialty store, and it's very dense and it's very hard, and it's almost like biting into a chocolate bar. This is smooth and creamy and rich without being like wet and too sort of moist or sort of soggy. So like, this is the most beautiful balanced fudge I think I've ever had. So Chris, tell us about the flavors. Let's start with the classic and talk about the fudgy brownie.
Wonderful. So what you have is you have a batch of Belgian chocolate, and the story behind the story is These are made in 60-pound batches. It's a micro batch. And in the micro batch tradition, you get more flavor. The smaller the batch, the more flavor you're getting. So you're doing a 60-pound batch. You're adding the Belgian chocolate. You're adding unsweetened chocolate, bittersweet chocolate, chocolate liquor, and you blend those together with 88% butter fat from the butter, 18% butter fat from the cream. And when you mix those items together, you're just getting an incredible, luxurious taste that hits the brain, and it hits it in different levels. It hits at one level, another level, and another level. And because it's all natural, it then melts away on the palate. It's rich, it's luxurious, and the Belgian chocolate is conched longer than American chocolate, so it's more refined. They call it the micron size. It's a smoother, finer fudge. And we milk the cows on Monday. On Tuesday, we're making fudge.
Wow.
I mean, it's just fresh process, fresh product. And that's helps separate from the other fudge makers.
Ah, fantastic. So, so good. So in addition to the classic fudgy brownie that you're getting in that collection, you're also getting this very, very popular creme brulee. But you're going to make the choice. Do you want the classic flavors, which is that fudgy brownie and the creme brulee, or the nut lovers, which is the maple walnut and that peanut butter chocolate, which is one of my personal favorites? For $21.98, you're getting the 1 pound Artisan Fudge in those choices of flavors. $21.98, 5 easy payments of $4.40. Now, more of these have just arrived and sold out last time it was on air. So, all right, we've talked about our fudgy brownie. Now, let's talk about that creme brulee, because that is very, very special.
So here you're seeing the creme brulee, and what you have on the top is you have a turbinado sugar, which is the molasses from the cane sugar. And we literally, you're seeing it torched right now, and you'll see that caramelizing right on air. And that's creating so much more flavor. So you have a glacine crisp top, and then you have the creme brulee fudge inside. And boy, a lot of smoke here. And that creme brulee is it's an egg base with the vanilla. You have turbinado sugar, you have Madagascar vanilla, you have Tahitian vanilla. Tahitian vanilla is more floral, fruity. Madagascar is more flavor forward. All of those items combined with the fresh cream, and my mouth's watering as I'm talking about this.
Definitely.
And then with that glacine crisp top of the turbinado sugar that has been flambéed, it's just an amazing experience. Creme brulee is one of the hottest items we have on QVC, and I forget the quantity we made, but I think it's over 100,000 boxes by hand, stirred in 60-pound batches.
Wow.
Since last year when we introduced it on QVC. That's nuts. That's just crazy.
It's amazing, amazing. And if you're a creme brulee lover, which most of us are, I mean, you're really getting that light crunch from the sugar on top and all of the creaminess that you love so much in that dessert in the fudge. So a beautiful marriage of the two here. So let's talk about the nut lovers here and the maple walnut, because for maple lovers out there, this is a slam dunk, Chris.
No question about it. What you have in the maple walnut is you have a light amber English walnut, and it comes from a nut processing company that we've been getting nuts from for over 20 years in Santa Clara, California. And we think it's the best walnut out there. We've searched. I had walnut trees in my neighbor's yard growing up when I was a kid in California, and then I moved to Boston. So I've been a walnut aficionado since I was a small boy. And the walnut combined with the maple, combined with the nutty flavors and the maple syrup, is absolutely a perfect marriage. It is absolutely incredible. And we just have an incredible following for the maple walnut. It's fun, it's delicious. And then you combine that with the chocolate peanut butter. And here I'll cut the chocolate peanut butter piece.
So good.
These, by the way, are 5-pound loaves. See, we don't get to do this on air because now we have the whole factory and have access to all of this fudge. Behind us, I think I have about 300 pounds on display. So that's about 5 batches of fudge, roughly. But the chocolate peanut butter, you have a batch of the plain peanut butter on top, then you have a batch of the Belgian chocolate on the bottom. And then we take a little bit of bittersweet chocolate and we put the bittersweet chocolate, we shave it on the top. So you're getting a sandwich of different flavors that are hitting the palate. I believe personally that peanut butter and chocolate is the marriage made in confectionery heaven. I mean, it is just absolutely incredible. And people that love peanut butter, they love chocolate. This brings it on a whole nother level.
Oh, it definitely is. I could not agree with you more. $21.98, 5 easy payments of $4.40 will bring home your chocolate moonshine 1 pound artisan fudge in choice of flavors. Thanks so much for joining us today, Chris. We'll see you soon. Oh, still to come.